Hello everyone, my name is Victor Godric and welcome back to another video. So recently I got a MacBook Air. I am very happy with the machine. But I keep hearing about the Apple ecosystem. The Apple devices are better and you should switch to Apple because of this Apple ecosystem lifestyle. And it was tempting at first, but then I did some digging and now I'm really confused about this whole Apple ecosystem thing because I don't really see a massive difference between how we Windows users, I'm a user of Windows, I've been using Windows since childhood. The way we do it, let's say we want to share messages, right? I have an Android, so I use WhatsApp. I use, let's say even Facebook Messenger. I don't really use Facebook Messenger much. Let's stick with WhatsApp, right? I can just download the desktop app of WhatsApp on my Windows and Mac and share messages that way. Like I can send messages to people from my computer. I don't have to type every message from my phone. So the iMessages thing can be compared with this message sharing software, right? So not much of a difference there. And then let's talk about storage. Let's talk about iCloud. You can just have a Google account and buy 2 terabytes of Google storage, right? Like the Google Drive storage. And you can share that with your phone. Like you can obviously log in to your Google accounts with your phone. You can log into Google accounts with your iPad or tablet, whatever device you have, and share storage that way. So again, not that much of a difference. I'm not really seeing any, huge benefit of the Apple ecosystem. What else can I talk about that people love about the Apple ecosystem? What else is there? The airdropping stuff, that I can understand. But even there is some limits. Yes, it is very fun and convenient to just airdrop some stuff, right? Because you don't need to worry about wiring and you don't need to worry about cables, right? So I understand that. But to what extent? Let's say I want to share something from my phone to my laptop. I can just grab an USB-C cable and plug it in to my computer. And let's say I have an Android. I do have an Android. I have both Mac machines, like Mac computers and Windows computers. So I can just plug these things to the computers with a wire and transfer files that way. I know it is not convenient, right? So yes, obviously Apple will win in this argument. But is it logical to just switch and buy everything Apple just for this specific convenient file transfer? Because let's say you're a photographer, right? You have a camera. You can be Sony, Canon, or whatever it is. Let's say you're a motor vlogger, okay? Like me. I have this DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro and I'm shooting videos with it. I cannot airdrop this to my Mac. That won't work. So what benefit does the airdropping thing have for me? I don't see any benefits with what I do professionally. Well, I don't really get paid from YouTube, not yet at least. So this, I can say that this is a profession. This is merely a hobby, at least in this time. So there's that. But people does this as a profession, right? Let's say I'm K or Jigsaw. Jigsaw, I don't even know if he's back yet, but he did this, right? And I think that he will be back. Anyway, that is not the topic of this video. PewDiePie, Casey Neistat, Marcus Brownlee, anyone that does work, right? The airdropping thing for transferring your video files, how is that helpful? So I don't see huge benefits of the Apple ecosystem at all. However, I do see some pointers. Like if you already own Apple stuff, let's say you own an iPhone, a Mac, an iPad, if you already own this stuff, then yes, I can definitely see that you do have some benefit over the Windows stuff, because no matter how much I emphasize that you can just grab a cable and plug your phone to your computer, airdropping stuff will be more convenient, and convenience is key. So why would someone who owns everything Apple switch to Windows when they have to lose this convenience if they decide to do that, right? So yeah, I can definitely understand that. But why would someone who use Windows for work switch to Apple just for the Apple ecosystem? It doesn't make any sense. But I do understand the benefits that the Mac or the Apple devices have. Not devices, I'm not going to say that, because I have no idea what the iPhone offers more than, let's say, a Samsung. The latest model of an iPhone is not really that much better than the latest model of the Samsung, right? So that is a myth, and that is just idiotic. But as a person who codes, edits videos, and needs a machine that is reliable and will last for years and years, I do think that yes, Mac laptops or computers or whatever are a little better than the Windows machines, right? So yeah, there is that. I'm a Windows user, but I will also say that because that is true. If you own a Windows, you should also try and get a Mac, because I think it is worth it. Like, you know, having a Mac is worth it. So I thought that I was going to do something here, but I don't think that I will. So yeah, let's just continue our work. Okay, so where was I? I was bashing the Apple ecosystem. Now, obviously I have a Mac, right? So why did I get this thing? Because I believe for the tasks that I do personally, a Mac is better for work, for professional work. And on top of that, I already own a Windows machine. So I'm not really losing anything. I have a Windows laptop and I use that as a desktop. So I have the luxury of tasting the benefits of both worlds. So for me it makes sense. But if you are someone who can only have one machine, I would suggest doing a lot more research and, you know, understanding fully which machine is for you and then buying whichever is the perfect fit. But if you can own, you know, two machines at once, I would say that yes, go if you already have a Windows machine. If you have a Mac, I won't, you know, advise you to buy Windows for no reason. But if you have a Windows and it will last for a while, then I will say that you don't really need to upgrade to another Windows machine. I'll say that buy a Mac and take care of it, because it will last for, let's say, 10 years. That, at least that is what I'm hoping will happen with my M4 MacBook Air. So yeah, that is all I wanted to say. And this was a question type script. Well, I don't really have a script, but you know what I mean. Like, this video was actually structured as a question, because maybe I don't fully understand the Apple ecosystem and I have changed my mind. I think I have something to do here, so I'm going to stop this video here. But before I end this video, I'm just going to say a few more words. So yeah, maybe I'm missing something about the Apple ecosystem thing. Something is going completely over my head. So if that is the case, please let me know. I would love to be corrected on this topic, and I am open to accepting new information on this and any other subjects that are out there. So feel free to write down in the comments what you think about the Apple ecosystem and what I missed completely or what I was wrong about. That is it. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye and take care.